Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. This is Amy. Today we have the video where I flip through the journals and planners that I used in the month of May, and we look at all the after the pens and how I actually used them. As always throughout the video, I will mention where various products are from. If there's something you love, hopefully you can still find it there, though as always some things may be out of stock. All right, so we have 3 journals and 2 planners to look at today. So we have my reading journal, my creative journal, which is my diary, my bullet journal, my weekly planner, and then my daily goal setting planner. So let's start with journals and we'll go from there. Okay, so first note, where are the journals from? All 3 of these are from Archer and Olive. Code Amy Plans Things always saves you 10% there. This one was in stock last time I checked. It was my favorite journal ever, but it may be out of stock now. This one, my reading journal, is out of stock. People love this cover. They do have other pocket-sized notebooks if you're interested. Pocket size, A5, and 8x8. Okay, so let's go for reading journal first. Let's go smallest to largest. Okay, so I did a short video recently with updates on this, but here is everything. I think I also did a YouTube video with all my updates, so you can go check that in the reading journal playlist. But I created these by hand with colored pencils and ink. Here is where I write down quotes from books that I read. And these are mostly kind of inspirational quotes. So I'm slowly filling that out. We'll go all the way to here with quotes. Here's just a quote. These are old stickers of mine, so they're not available anymore. All right, this is my reading goals page. I used acrylic marker and created this hobbit hole image, and that's my goal for the year. We're going to far surpass that, so woohoo. All right, here's my to be read. And this is like a to be read and rating place. So when I decide I think I want to read a book, I stick the picture down. Then after I read it, I put my rating. So we're going to have to make another one of these soon because I'm almost out of space. So you can see how many books I have in here. And I've got that much space left. We have no more pages. So we'll be creating another one soon. With a video, because I did this all on my own before and people have been asking how I created the notebook. So we can do this one on camera sometime this month. This is my reading challenge. It's an A to Z challenge. I'm trying to read a book starting with the first letter of every letter in the alphabet, but I'm ignoring words like in, the, because that would get too difficult. So like a fire in the flesh is for F. So I still have some work to do on this, and I'm going to have to start thinking about it soon to grab some books that maybe I wouldn't normally go for in different genres to try to fill this out. Like a Z or a Q book is going to be a little harder to find. All right, this is my DNF graveyard. I doodled this all. Oh, stickers from this one are from Planything. This one is all acrylic marker. This one I used mild liners and pen. And this is where if I, for whatever reason, I did not finish a book. So if I don't like the book, if I'm just not connecting with it, if I got distracted and started reading a different book, any of those reasons are fine. If just for whatever reason I didn't finish it, I'm writing it here. So far we've only got 1. This is the countdown to 75. By the end of May, I had read 63 books. I don't know really how I did that. I read a lot of audiobooks because I do a lot of walking. I do a lot of packing orders. I do a lot of drawing. So I do have a lot of books there. I've also stopped scrolling as much. So instead of scrolling before bed, instead of scrolling if my kids are playing independently or I'm waiting at an appointment, I open up my Kindle. So I do have a lot more little pockets of reading time than I have in the past because I'm not just sitting on social media as much. So that's been really helpful too. All right, so this is my list. So it differs from the to be read in that the to be read sometimes has books that I haven't actually gotten to yet, like this Brandon Sanderson book, Warbreaker. It's on my list. I know I want to read it, but I haven't gotten around to it. This is where when I actually finish a book, I write it down. And again, we're almost out of space, so we'll be making another list later in the book as well. All right, then I have a few book review art journal pages. These, I'm not doing a ton. It's only when I'm really inspired to. So it's not going to be for every book. I don't want to do that. I'm not one who wants to write lengthy reviews or anything like that. But I did a tiny little book review here. I really liked creating this one, and it has a little pocket. So that one was really fun. This one was an advanced reader's copy that I received, and I received some stickers and bookmark and stuff, so I created a little page for that. And then this one I made this month, Dungeon Crawler Carl, and I'm obsessed with this book. I'm currently listening to the third book. The audiobook is so good because there's so many details that they put in that you couldn't get from reading it because of all the special effects and things. So I love the audiobook for this. And that's as far as we are. So that's the reading journal. Supplies. Oh, I forgot about some supplies. Okay, on the countdown, these were my stickers. They were from the advent calendar last year that I did, and they're sold out. So sorry. These are mild liners. And these I just use a whole bunch of art journal supplies, so I don't really know where things came from because it's all just organized in type. So I went for my like vintage stuff rather than by shop. All right. Then all of this was just printed and drawn. So yeah, that is the reading journal. I love it. All right, next up is the creative journal. This is like my diary, as I said, and we actually are almost done with it. Look at this. This looks beautiful. I just decorated the last spread. This will get me through the end of June. I do want to decorate this last page, and I still haven't decorated the front page. So I need to do that. I'm very, very bad at that. Okay, but we are looking through the month of May. So let's go to the beginning of May, which is, it was mid-month. I did not line this up correctly. This is the beginning of May. And so here's a Dutch door spread for the end of April through beginning of May. This used Keleva Plan stickers. I loved this sticker book because it had a lot of fairly symmetrical pieces that I could use. So it was pretty easy to create these Dutch doors. So that was awesome. Okay, so that is this spread. And then here I did my like little cover monthly memories page because I didn't line it up perfectly. So it says May. I used Plannything letters here. And then this is all stickers from my Dutch Doors Volume 2 book. And these are set up to have the exact same sticker on the front and the back. So it makes it easy for your Dutch doors. So you can go check that out if you want to. The gingham tapes, you guys, I have ordered them. They are sitting on a boat somewhere. They are making their way here. Shipping and customs times have really slowed down lately, it feels like. So the gingham restock will be soon. As soon as they're here, I will put that up and shoot an email out to my email list to let everyone know that the gingham tapes have restocked. People keep asking. I want them to be here. There's nothing I can do to speed it up because we are just waiting at this point. But yeah, so here's my monthly cover page. I write down like the biggest things like 12-year anniversary on this. So if I'm just looking at the monthly memories, I can just quickly see what happened that month, the biggest things to remember. Then here is where I'm actually writing about my day, funny things my kids say, big things that happened, whether good or bad. Like this last month, I was dealing with an infected cyst on my face and all that stuff and all the follow-up and all the appointments. So a lot of my writing is about that and how frustrating it is. Anyway, life happens, right? So I wrote a lot about that. I write a lot about current events if I need to, or weather issues, or, you know, whatever I'm really feeling like at the time. So yeah, those are my stickers. Then this spread I love. This was from the Keleva Plan summer book, And again, there were some really symmetrical stickers here that while they may not be set up for Dutch doors, you can go for it and make it work. So I loved making this little part and a collage over here, but then really simple Dutch doors for this. So I think that turned out really great. And I liked the slanted look for this. All right, this one used Happy Planner stickers. It used 3 different sticker books from their back to school release. I just had to use the peanut stuff, especially when I saw the musical instruments, saxophone. Oh my gosh, love. These were harder for a Dutch door because I didn't have 2 stickers that were mirror imaged, and they're very, you know, specific stickers. So I had to make it work. The back side's never as perfect as the front side, but it works well enough. And then things like stars or crayons, super easy for your Dutch doors. So this was that spread. Love, love, love it. Okay, this spread I used my A Midsummer Night's Dream sticker book, and this sticker book is not necessarily a Dutch doors sticker book. There are some things that are not mirror imaged, like the big scenes and some one-off stickers, but a lot of the items are mirror imaged, so they do work for Dutch doors because that's what I like to do. So this is available now if you're interested, so you can go check it out on my website. I loved this little window that I made. Super fun. And that is the end of the month. So we will do a full flip through of this entire thing after the end of June when I have finished filling it out. Okay, moving on. Last journal that I regularly use throughout the month. This is my bullet journal. It is the 8x8. Again, have not decorated my name page. Okay, so we are going to flip through this, and I am going to grab these 2 sticker books because I know I need them. I'm going to put them aside and use them in a minute. This is my Year of Themes area, and I decorate with the different hand-drawn themes that I've done with a few extra stickers after I've decorated for the month, so that then at the end of the year, I can just have a whole overview of like all the themes that I've created throughout the year. I think it's going to be a really fun look back. Anyways, these I created using acrylic marker, and I decided not to spend the time on the backside just because these took so long with the acrylic marker as is. Didn't feel like going into it again. So there's our 2026. And there's a set of vines with florals. Here's an actual Dutch door with like all this greenery around it and a little house inside. I think it's super cute. Fun to play with acrylic markers. This took me months to do in my spare time. Here's my word of the year, bloom, and then some journaling on that. And then here's my 26 and 26. And slowly filling some things out, like hit 10,000 on TikTok this month, and we've had 5 fun family adventures so far this year, so filled those out. Just seeing how far I can get with all of these, a variety of things, goal setting for business, family stuff, some health stuff, and so on. All right, so then we have all our monthly themes. So this was January, February, March, April, and here's May. And I did it a little differently. I will say I don't love having the month in the review at the beginning. I tried it this month, didn't like it. So tried something new. We're not going to do it again. And that's cool. Sometimes happens, right, guys? So all of these are my hand-drawn monthly designs. They're all available on the site now if they're not sold out. And then patrons are guaranteed those when you sign up at the different levels. So if you want to make sure you grab these things in the future and they don't sell out for you, you can sign up for the mailed Happy Mail. So that is kind of like a subscription. So that's over on Patreon. All right, but this was the Fields of Lavender for the May month. So this is my month in review. I have all these different like prompts: most challenging, things I learned and want to remember, most proud of, gratitude, and highlight of the month. So that's really, really fun to look at that each month. Here was our kind of monthly schedule. I wrote down any big things that I needed to remember. And then here was just a little quote and then 4 goals for the month. So I will say I did some decluttering. I decluttered like 2 spaces. So we made progress, but didn't hit the goal. I did not design half of the advent calendar, guys, but I did finish Dutch Doors Volume 3. Of course, manufacturing timeline, it's going to be a while before it's here and all of that, but so stoked to have that part done. So I did get ahead on design in some form. I started a workout routine, then things went crazy with life, and so started and then kind of stopped the workout routine. But I will say for the month of June, we're on a good track so far. It's June 4th, and it's been great. And I did start a new craft project. I started a book nook, like one of the ones you create and then push onto your bookshelf as like a little decoration. So I have all these tiny little things sitting here next to my desk, and I have more to make, but I'm making a little greenhouse. And it's going to be very, very cute. So I did start a new craft project. All right, so then my mood tracker. I loved how this one turned out. This was so fun. And then here's a habit tracker. My goals or my habits for the month were working out, morning and evening skincare, hydration, reading, tidying the main floor so that in the morning when we wake up it's nice and calm, 9,000 steps each day, and then stretching. So I will say some of this changed when I got that infected cyst mid-month, and my skincare had to change because I didn't want to be putting anything on that area for a while as I was dealing with stuff. So I felt like some of my goals just weren't hit. The 9,000 steps did not happen. So, you know, you win some and you lose some. All right, so here was my step tracker. This is one of the ways that I love to track my health. There's also a workout log and monthly miles if you're like a runner or a biker or a swimmer or whatever. So you can track how many miles you're going. Lots of different options. All right, here's my self-care bingo. By the way, just a note in case you're new here, these are monthly trackers. They're in a printed like A5 sticker book essentially that you can peel off this piece and just stick it into your notebook. Then all the extra stickers are from the sticker books. So there are 2 matching things each month because not everyone wants to use the tracker, so the stickers are in a separate format. All right, self-care bingo, that's my favorite thing each month. And I actually got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bingos. Oh my gosh, I filled it out so great. And I've been loving this checkerboard thing. I'm going to keep doing a checkerboard every month where with the journaling prompts or make a list prompts, I can do them over here. So I'm not finding a new spot to use. I'm just saying, oh yeah, I'm going to journal about what's my favorite way to spend rainy days. And I'll write that up over there and have it all in one space. So I love that. All right, and here's my gratitude log. Gratitude is one of my favorite things to add in along with the self-care bingo. Just having a little moment to think about the things we're grateful for. All right, so these are still available for now, the Fields of Lavender ones on my site, as are the June ones. And we're going to be setting this up very soon with a reel or something like that because it's June 4th and I haven't used it yet. So I'm going to be setting that up later today. All right, next up we have, let's do my happy planner. This is my like weekly planner and let's just go through it. So I have a few little things up front that are just like little decorations and things that I have had in my planner for a while. So I think they're very cute to see photos from when my kids were younger and all of that. But here's the month of May. This was my currently page for the month of May using my Fields of Lavender stickers and some mild liners. Here was my monthly spread, and this is where I kind of highlighted the different things we have going on and then wrote down so I could just see an overview of the month. So if there were appointments, if we had kids activities, our anniversary game nights, you know, all that stuff went here, just so I had a quick overview. All right, here is the first 2 weeks. Oh, this was using tape from the washi tape shop. All right, and then this is my first 2 weeks, and I made a Dutch door in my planner. So this is using a horizontal layout. So what I had to do was May priorities and notes got cut off. So I had to manage that, but I mean, it's fine that I wrote it like this and I didn't have the little checkbox. Like, it's cool. So you just have to be ready to redate things potentially, but that worked out really well. These stickers are also in my Dutch Doors Volume 2 sticker book. I think I still have about 50 copies of it left on the site. And once it's sold out, it's not going to restock. So if you were interested in it, make sure you grab it. This is also gingham from the Gingham tapes, which are restocking as soon as they get here off the boat. So we'll see when that is. But I loved making the little Dutch door in the planner. That was fun. All right, these ones are some stickers from Planything. And I used some mild liners that kind of matched the theme. So that one looked really nice as well. And then this one is using some bookish stickers from Happy Planner, I believe. All right, and that is the end of the month there. All right, last up is my daily grind planner, and this is a daily goal setting planner. Usually I use the big one that's just a little bit bigger than the classic Happy Planner. But this month I have been using this half size one. So let's go ahead and take a look. Let's see, here's the beginning of May. So I'll tell you where the stickers are from and show you how I use it. So I wrote down top 10 goals this month and some important dates here. And then every week they have a weekly page. I kind of write this out again just because I love seeing it, but it is very similar to my weekly page on the Happy Planner, just a little less space. So this is kind of redundant, but I mean, I like filling them both out. So for now, I do that, but you know, it is what it is. Then this is very different than the Happy Planner because I have my top 10 goals and every day I write down a micro movement towards the goal. So like this month, creating an exercise routine was one of the goals. And so I'd write down what I'm going to do towards that, whether it's a rest day, what the workout is, if I'm going for a long walk, you know, whatever. And then each of these has like a longer goal, but I just write down like a short word or 2 words to remember what it is. So I keep working towards those micro movements. Then it's very hard to reach your top 10 goals every day. So I pick the top 3 that I absolutely have to do. And if I do those 3, it's a win for the day. If I do more, great. But minimum, I do the top 3. Here's some self-care, like tasks right here. The game plan to mark it out by hour, which has been helpful now that my son is in full-time preschool. So I am able to actually, for the first time, really use kind of like a timeline to look at what I'm going to do, because I have from like 9:15 to 4:30, 4:45, somewhere in there, to actually get work done as well as take care of my self-care. So that's been awesome. All right, so all of these stickers were from Daily Grind, as are these. But I don't only use the Daily Grind stickers in here, so let's keep going through it. Here were some, and I don't use it every day necessarily, this planner, but I use it on the really full, busy days. This one I used just mild liner, and I think it looks awesome. It's really cute. You don't always need to use stickers. All right, this one was using Washi Tape Shop and a mild liner. And this is how the like end of the week looks when you do kind of a week in review. And then there's the weekly page again. All right, and then this was also Washi Tape Shop stickers. And here were my own stickers from Dutch Doors Volume 2. You can always use it in a planner as well. And then these were stickers from Planything. For Planything, code Amy10 saves you 10%. Oh, and Daily Grind Planner, code AmyPlansThing saves you 10% as well. Okay, here's my Fields of Lavender sticker book. And then A Midsummer Night's Dream. And then this is the Saved by the Bell stickers from Happy Planner. I've only used them in this book so far, and it's a really bright, fun sticker book. Right, these were from Kellavaplan. Not many stickers on this spread, but again, sometimes it's just about being really functional and getting a lot done. And that's as far as I've used it for the month. I had some gaps in there. That's okay. All right, so that was how I used all my planners and notebooks for the month. There we go. All right, let me know any questions you have down below. Thanks so much for watching. I hope it gave you some ideas for how to use your journals and planners. And I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.